In Russia today, Vladimir Putin is attempting to use his country's annual Victory Day parade, the day that celebrates the Soviet Union's triumph over Nazi Germany, to show off his country's military might, filling the streets of Moscow with nuclear-capable missiles, tanks, and thousands of troops. It comes as Russia has faced setback after setback after setback during the war in Ukraine, with a high casualty rate among troops and heavy equipment losses, all while failing to gain the foothold they have pursued. Joining us now is our friend Igor Novikov. Igor, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Tell us what the other side of this looks like. I know it includes a trip from First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. It includes a impromptu concert by Bono in the subway. Tell me what the reality is, pierced through this propaganda on the streets of Moscow.
Well, look, we need to basically divide it into two separate subjects. So, first of all, Kiev. I mean, what Bono did, what the First Lady did, and what our Western friends are doing for us is incredibly important because we need that positive reinforcement. We need that sense of hope. We need that sense of being able to dream. So every little bit counts, and it's like me waking up to a message from Henry Rollins. Just I'd be ecstatic and motivated the entire day. But so it's incredibly important. It's also heroic because the war isn't over. Ukraine's being bombarded with missiles at the moment, and the coming here is something out of the ordinary. So we really appreciate that. But as far as Russia is concerned, I mean, I do have some good news there because, I mean, I've got that sense that Putin blinked today. There were no ultimatums, there were no victories announced, nothing. So nothing new from them. And it looks like, they don't know what to do. He's scared. And, with the Lend-Lease bill signed, I think it's Ukraine's to win now. We can say with all certainty. So let's hope we get to that real victory day because, we need it.
Well, you are always very, I think, sort of diligent at keeping our coverage focused on these twin realities, right? That Ukraine is prevailing on the battlefield, and there's an extraordinary amount of Ukrainians suffering economically with PTSD, and obviously the loss of life in the heinous civilian massacre in Bucha, and what we don't even know yet about what's happened in Mariupol. I believe Dr. Jill Biden's sort of interactions with some of the folks she met really is obviously the closest person to our president to be able to be there and really see how it has affected people. We're having some technical difficulties on our end, not your end. Let me see if I can play that, some of that from Dr. Biden's visit.
Oh, she's a little shy. Hello. How are you? Hello. Nice to see you. Hello. My name is Julia. How do you explain it to your children? The war. How do you explain the war to Julia?
It's very difficult how I explain. Julia, як я тобі поясню, що таке війна? It's difficult to explain. I don't want. I only said that it's what I cannot explain. I cannot explain because I don't know myself.
Thank you. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, my daughter.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
It's this thing that we've tried to put our finger on, right? Like, how do you explain something to your children that you can't explain to yourself? It just felt like something that's really happening, sort of beaming through the television to us back here. Does that capture as well as anything what kids and parents are grappling with there?
It does capture it. I mean, it's far worse than you can imagine. And one of the things that, Ukraine's government at the moment is discussing when there's victory, when this whole horrible ordeal is over, is how do we keep those memories alive? How do we make sure that the world gets to come and see for themselves what a terrible tragedy and a horrible act that was, to make sure that we never repeat it again. And once again, as I said, for the First Lady to come there and comfort Ukrainian children, it's an act of humility. It's something that makes you human, that shows that you're human. And as I keep saying, I pray for more humans rather than politicians running the show. By the way, I need a positive story, and I have a special one today. So. Okay. It's actually a challenge. So, sometimes the things that I tell you get shown on like Fallon and Colbert. So this is the one for them. Okay. So a little known fact about me. I was the person behind the first counter disinformation center in Ukraine. So I know a lot about, how that world works and how fakes work and how Russian propaganda works. One of the first things that you do is you fact check everything. So today my team actually inspired me a lot, because they ran a fact check exercise on a Victory Day concert shown primetime on Russia's top TV channel. And I've actually sent you a picture. So if you could show that picture now. Basically, to set the scene, this is halfway through the show. This woman is singing an incredibly sad song, and they're showing pictures of Russia's veterans. They're commemorating the veterans. But do they really? Because if you look closely at that picture, I encourage everyone to Google what Bonnie and Clyde look like. They're actually showing a picture of Bonnie and Clyde as Russia's veterans. That just shows you that their respect for their history is as real as what Putin says in his speeches. One thing is like creating fakes, and the whole other thing is when they don't even bother anymore. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, it's the veterans, and what do? You just Google old pictures and kind of show a picture of Bonnie and Clyde. Prime time on Russia's TV, commemorating them as World War II veterans for Russia. So my challenge to Colbert and Fallon.
How did the picture of Bonnie and Clyde end up on the screen?
Well, my guess is that they basically said we need some pictures looking old, from those days, and some managers of that show, but some producers basically just ran a Google search for old pictures, from the era, and they just took the first ones they saw. So my challenge to Colbert and Fallon would be to try and think of who else they could have shown, but they haven't. Other Russian veterans, potential Russian veterans.
And the bigger point is that it's all BS. It's all window dressing.
Yeah, I mean, Russia, basically, they've created the fake reality, and now they don't even bother anymore. I mean, people are brainwashed, so they just need to show old pictures. They don't care. People are not going to Google. They don't even know what Google is at this point. So, and another thing that Russia uses really well, and, I've been following what's been happening in the US, for example, is that divide and conquer strategy. So left, right, male, female, LGBT plus, whatever. They're looking for those divides, and they're trying to enforce those divides. So instead of uniting, they're trying to weaken you by kind of getting you to fight amongst yourselves. And you just need to make sure that you kind of resist that, because it's not going to end well for the world if Russia gets its way in the information war as well.
Let me ask you about a story that caught our eye in this area. There was a tweet by a BBC journalist that said this morning: the online Russian TV schedule page was hacked. The name of every program was changed to this, quote, "On your hands is the blood of thousands of Ukrainians and their hundreds of murdered children. TV and the authorities are lying. No to war." Is that to you a sign that even within this sort of propaganda riddled information ecosystem, there are some people trying to punch out and punch through and get the truth out?
Well, we don't know who did that. I mean, it could have been Ukrainians, could have been somebody else, could have been, Russian opposition doing it. But, as somebody who understands how the information world works, let me tell you, it's not going to have a major effect, because people are brainwashed there. We need to be working with their trust. So, if, for example, Bono, or as I keep saying, like Metallica or somebody else kind of address them directly and stuff like, look, guys, you need to know that this is wrong. That's going to have more of an effect. They know what's going on. They just approve it.
Yeah. We never like to let you go without asking how you and your family are doing. Tell us, you know, it's you're going in the 3rd month here. I think it's day 74, 75. How are you and your wife and your young girls doing?
Well, the family is incredibly homesick. Basically, we got stuck in Europe because of the fuel crisis in Ukraine. So I got told by some friends in Kiev, like, look, unless your name is Bono, you know, you're not getting any fuel. So, you know, you're not top priority. You can work remotely. So, but yeah, they really want to get home to, you know, to Grogu and, you know, the pets and everyone. And hopefully they'll get their chance really soon. So.